One of the questions that comes up, and it's especially important for those of us who are a bit older and possibly on a fixed income post-retirement, how much is this going to cost? Well, the answer is it depends. First thing is, what are you going to spend on local transportation? The airfare you're stuck with, at least for those of us in the States. But locally, I have taken the train and all of the trains, the regional, the high speed, the local trains. I've taken the bus, I've taken taxis, and I've done a lot of walking. Friends on the Camino have told me that they started their Camino at their front door. Logically, then, you and I can start our Camino at the airport, or as soon as we can safely start it. Airports, and especially the Madrid airport, I can testify, are not really designed for people walking around them. Then there's lifestyle. I, my friend Bjorn is one of the ones who camps out. He uses a bivy similar to the thing in the top left there. He never stays in an albergue or a hostel or a pension or a hotel. He doesn't pay for it. He buys groceries, cooks them on his little stove, and occasionally he'll splurge for a restaurant. I, on the other hand, vary. I have never camped out, but I have stayed in a lot of albergues. I like them. I prefer albergues. I also stayed in that very nice boutique hotel room in the upper right. Gave myself a treat. I had deserved it at that point. Where are you going to eat? Well, you can go to a very fancy restaurant, and this one, the on the lower left, was in Soto de Luena, really nice restaurant. Not terribly expensive, but certainly not cheap either. On the other hand, in Cadavedo at the Municipal Albergue, uh, Casio and Ariane and I made our food in the albergue's kitchen, and we ate it at that table. It worked out just fine, and you know, it's cost a lot less than any restaurant you're going to stop at. And then there's the other stuff. If you happen to be planning to travel by a horse, well, you're going to do that with a tour group. And in fact, if you're not comfortable as a senior doing the Camino alone, you might do that with a tour group so that you have a tour guide who will be looking after your interests and health and protection and all that every inch of the way. Horses and tour guides cost money. You can have your baggage hauled from one place to another. It costs money, but now you're not limited on bag weight. I stick to 15 pounds in my backpack, but people who I've talked to who use Camino con Correos have spoken very highly of it. If you're going to use a bike, probably going to rent that in Spain rather than carry it on the airplane. So, my experience. I spent last August in Spain. I spent pretty much the whole month and I spent about $2,500. Now that included food and wine, some of which I cooked, some of which was at real nice restaurants. It included nice hotels as well as the Municipal Albergue in Cadavedo and everything in between. I spent about 80 bucks a day. I could have done it on half that if I'd been reasonably aggressive about it, but I was not there to save money. And I suggest to you that this is a very special experience. If it's going to cost you $40 a day to do it on a severe limitation type budget and $50 a day to enjoy it, spend the 50 bucks. From me to you, buen camino.